Come experience education with no boundaries at Ndejje University, where learning is taken beyond the confines of a lecture room. Come experience Ndejje University's Open Distance e-learning ODEL initiative. The program is flexible, reliable, and affordable with an impeccable support system to help you excel in the areas of engineering, health sciences, arts, education, social sciences, business management, basic sciences, and information technology. It will not matter where you are with our ODEL program. Your education experience at Ndejje University will be of quality. For more information, kindly visit our website at www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug or call 0392 730 321. Ndejje University. Come experience a holistic approach to learning.
This week.
From up down, Ndejje University students, it is almost impossible for you to achieve greatness without boundaries. You must be able to listen to your leaders, listen to the dean of students, listen to your various guild representative council, listen to your to the chancellor of Ndejje University.
Coming up in Live at 8, students are advised to focus on academics in the new semester. President Museveni outlines 9 tasks to fully achieve NRM's strategic goals. Take the initiative and support teachers manage learners. Citizens call on parents. And in sports, Real Star Agency Awards Best of January. Welcome, this is Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. Thank you for watching Ndejje University TV, and here are the news in details. Back to school is always associated with low student stand-up. Now, Ndejje University students share with us views about the new semester, having made it 2 weeks at school. Let's take a look.
This is the second week for Ndejje University students being at campus since the 28th January when the new semester officially opened up with weekend students at Kampala campus. Students' turn-up is still low, as some students explains.
Well, the turn-up of the students isn't yet that much. However, we expect everyone to be at school by now. Maybe there are some other challenges that are still keeping them home, but the lectures are ongoing, lecturers are turning up. However, the students' turn-up isn't yet that pleasing.
Yeah, as you can see, the students are not yet in the moods of attending the lectures, but the lecturers have already started their work. So far, we haven't started the mission yet. But as time goes on, we shall cope up with the situation and back to normal.
The timetables are already out, so it's better you prepare yourselves for your next semester.
Some students also advised fellow students to focus on their books no matter what challenges they face.
I'm encouraging students to concentrate on their books, even to prepare, because the semester is already. Even I've tried to communicate to some lecturers, and they have said that they are ready to give us the services. So I urge you to come in time to report within this week as we start.
My message to my friends is that they should concentrate and leave the things they were doing, then we achieve what we are supposed to achieve.
Others added that those who are still at home can still come and attend their classes in time, as they are still working on their financial obligations.
I call upon all students to come in time to report at campus as they cooperate with their coordinators plus the lecturers, so as to deliver the services in time.
However, students staying home thinking that you won't be allowed to enter the school premises, I just want to tell you one thing, that everyone is allowed to enter for now, and all students that haven't yet cleared their tuition, you're free to enter for now, but don't forget to clear your tuition to avoid disturbance during the course of the semester.
However, students also appreciate the university services and expecting more to be done.
First of all, I'm very happy of Ndejje University for everything they are doing. Administration is doing well, and also students, they are performing well. At this time, the term as it started, we are expecting great improvement compared with the past. Everything new also come with the new things. So we are expecting maximum cooperation from the lecturers, administration, and the learners.
Yes, that if Ndejje University can have a student body of its own, that will always cater and follow up with leaders who come, because we are always tired of leaders who come in and lie to us. So as a student, that's what I have in mind.
Okay, for the university to move on, we need these policies around. I support the policies. I had community. Our students haven't been attending this the services. So it would be good, like, students to attend those shows, the services. Maybe also talk about the online lectures. We're introducing the online lectures. I don't support them because as we students, we really need to attend. Like when you're always in class, you get some content. You always understand the lecturer. So I don't really support the online lectures. I just need, like, I just call students to come back for the lecture, for the semester. Since it has begun, we need to concentrate. It's a new year. We need to, like, to be prepared for this semester. So I convince our students to come back for the semester. We begin, we do what we're supposed to do. Yeah, I always end up with this. Respect the students' hustle. We need real services.
Ndejje University is a Christian-based university with a motto, "The fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom." Sarah Chirabo, live at 8.
Thank you, Sarah Chirabo. Now, during the 42nd Teresta celebrations in Bara district, President Museveni outlined the 9 tasks to fully achieve National Resistance Movement strategic goals. Let's take a look.
In 1980,
the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Force, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, said Uganda is more united than ever because of the correct ideology of the National Resistance Movement government, which includes the 4 core principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy.
The correct ideology of the NRM comprised of the 4 principles of patriotism: love Uganda, don't concentrate on tribes and religious sectarianism, Uganda is more useful to us than the tribal groups or the religious sectarianism. But the tasks ahead, in my view, some of them are the following. Number one, fully monetizing the economy by involving all families into commercial activities, agriculture, industry, services, and ICT, with the Chibaro.
He made the remarks at the celebrations to mark the 42nd Taresita celebrations in Imbarara district under the theme recognizing the sacrifice of the founders of the People's Revolution for socio-economic transformation. On the military side, General Museveni said the strategy of the protracted People's War with the technical battles of quick decision enabled the NRA to form a small force of a few sections to a powerful force of brigades. He further informed the gathering that the NRM has achieved in building a new economy not only based on agriculture and minerals but also on science. The president outlined 9 tasks ahead to fully achieve the NRM strategic goals. These include fully monetizing the economy by involving all families in commercial activities, value addition to all agricultural products that are not consumed fresh, irrigation, and expanding and modernizing the social infrastructure. Other tasks mentioned were uncompromisingly implementing free education in government schools and tertiary institutions so that children stop dropping out of school and fighting corruption.
And uncompromisingly to implement free education in government schools, primary, secondary, and tertiary, so that the children of the poor do not continue dropping out of school on account of the parasitic actors in education who see the children of the poor as a source of money. These are shameless operators. I have heard that some head teachers have introduced charges on the children that they want money to pay arts teachers. Now, when I get information on this one, you will see what I will do.
The 9th task ahead is working with African countries to deepen the regional integration of East Africa and African continent.
Working with our African brothers and sisters, deepen the regional integration of East Africa and the African continent. And I'm very happy to see the delegations from Africa who came here today. Thank you so much for coming. With these aims, given what we have already achieved, our strategic goals of prosperity for all, strategic security for Africa, and African fraternity will be achieved.
At the same ceremony, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was the only recipient of the Order of Katongo Star Medal, the highest military decoration awarded to a person who exhibits extraordinary instances of heroism in the army. General Museveni, who was decorated by the Chief Justice Alfonso Owiny Dolo, thanked the awards committee for recognizing him alongside a group of Afranansa fighters who helped him liberate Uganda. According to the Chief of Defense Forces, General Wilson Mbasu said, Taresita gives them an opportunity to reaffirm the strategic link between UPDF and the population.
So UPDF comes back to express the solidarity with our people by symbolically giving back to the population what the CPC enumerated here. And this is also to reaffirm the strategic link between us and the population. We reaffirm that this still exists. On days like this, Your Excellency, it is also time to honor and recognize the service, the commitment, the sacrifice, and patriotism of the gallant sons and daughters of UPDF, live or foreign, in order to give them more courage to secure their country, because security is the bedrock of all development aspects.
That date, 6th February 1981, is symbolic in Uganda's People Defense Forces calendar, owing to the fact that the National Resistance launched its first offensive against Kabam military barracks of the then ruling establishment, aiming to take over control of the country on that day. The ceremony was attended by, among others, the Vice President Major Jessica Alup, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, First National Vice Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, Brigadier General Moses Chigongo, and the NRM top leadership. The third Deputy Prime Minister, Vice President Emeritus, His Excellency Edward Sekandi, former Prime Minister Honorable Amama Mbabazi, various ministers and senior officers and commanders of the UPDF. Others were foreign visiting delegations of army officials from sister countries who included South Africa, Tanzania, Mali Defense Forces, South Sudan, Rwanda, Kenya, Burundi, and Somalia. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. Now, beginning the new term, stakeholders are called upon to work hand in hand with the teachers to improve learning in schools and also change the education sector in the country. Let's take a look.
How are you?
According to the 2023 academic calendar, first term begins on February 6, 2023, running for 89 days and ending on May 5th. Some parents have shared their expectation in this new term.
This year was the first year that students were back full-time at school. So there was that adjustment after 2 years of being on and off and some being completely out. So there was an adjustment, I think, with the teachers and the students getting back in the whole thing, and maybe that one affected the performance. But I think now that they're back into it, I think as parents we expect them to be back and be focused, to get used to the routine and the performance to really show.
Abana beky'amusanvu bamaze ebigezo n'abazinyafu awunsubira nti ebyaganye mu mwaka oguwedde batichazi ke kaseera bekorectinge abana bakore bulungi nga bwe kisaana.
Citizens of Uganda urge parents to take the initiative to support the teachers and learners during this period.
Teachers are doing their best to help our children, but also I would expect the parents to be much involved in helping the teachers manage their children, especially in school. Like the parents should provide all the materials. I hear most of the times when children are getting back to school, parents are like, oh, let them go and be the hands of the teachers. Which is bad, and it's kind of a bias to the teachers because they get overwhelmed with a lot of work. They have to deal with behavior changes in children. So I expect parents also not to give up, like to get involved, speak to their children. Now we are seeing a lot of changes in the academic sector. We are seeing that the curriculum is being adjusted into practical skills, which are vocational skills. That skilling really requires a parent who will provide materials for the children to help the school also manage to accomplish the plans of that curriculum.
With the changing morals, parents expect a holistic learning and fight against immoral acts in school.
Education is supposed to be holistic. It's not only about the books, but in terms of even dealing with other people. Remember, these kids have been at home, they've been with families where they have responsibilities, cleaning and these things, but also getting along with their colleagues, growing as young people. Learning different extracurricular activities like sports and games is also very important, and also the moral aspect. As we know, there's many different things in terms of different things like homosexuality trying to come into the schools. We don't want anything like that. We want the kids to be morally good, extracurricular good, holistically good, as well as academically good. So that's what we expect this coming to the second year where they're fully at school without any distraction.
Children, that marriage is between man and woman, not transgender or anything like that, so that they know at a very minimum age. Because if a child goes to maybe a boarding school and meets a friend who is already involved in this, it may be too late for a parent to wait for until the child is a teenager. The child will have messed up their life already. So let's begin with a grassroots and tell them and say no to homosexuality and gay movement activities.
According to the calendar, the term will run for 89 days. Learners will then go for a 23-day holiday and return for a second term on May 29, which will run up to August 25th. As the calendar returns to normal, the third term will also be the shortest term, as it was covering 75 days starting from September 18th up to December 2nd. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. And in sports, athletes from 5 sports disciplines were awarded on Tuesday morning with the best of January accolades in a ceremony held at Route 256 in Lugogo. Let's take a look.
Shadil Musawoji has returned to the winners list for the second time this month after being named the best boxer of January. The Southpaw has won the award twice, with the first coming 3 years ago in 2020 when he beat David Semuju and Emily Nakalema to bag the February moments after qualifying for the Olympics. His victory against Police's Ivan Magumba in the national super welterweight title at the start of the year has seen him headline tabloids as he eyes the continental belt.
Great to be that one of the best still, because I've been working for this for a long time, and I've been composing myself to see that I overcome everything in my life and I emerge to be a champion. I feel proud of myself. I'm looking forward for East and Central ABU title, whereby I'm ready to face anyone so that I get it, because that was my target early before this national title, because after climbing it, they told me that you can't get it.
Budding cricketer Ronald Lutaya scored a century to help the Itanda Kayakers win the Waterfalls Elite T20 Men's Edition last month in a final against Ujagari Rafters at the Rugogo Cricket Oval. He topped lady cricketers Proskovia Alako, who played for the Ujagari Rafters, and Janet Timbabazi, who played for CP Trackers in the Women's Waterfalls Edition. During the final, Lutaya had his mother cheering him in the stands, and he says she is a big inspiration to him as he pursues his career in cricket. Nsekuye of Makerere MPC won the Best Rugby Player of January at the same event after beating Hethen's Aaron of Foironthi and Pirates' Ivan Magom. Nsekuye still leads the top scorers chart with 51 points and has so far been named man of the match twice. That is against the Hippos and among us in the Rugby Premier League. The 28-year-old Flyer was also a standout as his side in PC Rugby Club edged rivals Rams 23-21 to win the Makerere Derby on Saturday at Graveyard Rugby Grounds in Makerere. MPC now have 4 wins from the 4 games they have played this season, which comes as a surprise after surviving relegations in the previous season.
This award is just a great experience in my career. It's the first one, but it has made me gain confidence, made me gain courage, and it drives me to work harder. The targets are winning this more, working harder, keeping the discipline is the most thing, because without discipline, I would not hear the advice, I would not take on everything they tell me, so I wouldn't even be in this place.
National champs MX 125cc round 1 winner Walid Omar won the motocross gong against Miguel Katende and Wazil Omar, while Rashida Mutes, who steered the Mukono ladies pool team to their first league victory, beat Lukia Naiga and Ibrahim Sejemba to take home the best pool player award. Salah Chirabo, Alsharan Kiranda, live at 8.